people knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg. I remember her in songs, decades old, but it doesn't matter. Stumble across old memories, try to recall before they all shatter. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg. Where did you go? Where's your heart at? Why did you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter.
Good afternoon, welcome to another chilly February weekend vlog. I've tried to make things as cosy as possible here. Sitting at my dining room table, I've just had a nice lunch and I've now got a nice hot drink, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, but I've got some candles on, which I always like to do when it's kind of dark. It's really nice to do during the daytime for lunch. So I've got a few candles on, a nice warm drink, and I'm having a wee snack. Yeah, it's a bit dull and grey again this weekend. I am keeping busy indoors and keeping warm indoors. I managed to get out for a walk a couple of weekends ago. I saw a break in the weather, the sunshine came out, and it was just one of those days that was just, oh, magic for the soul. So I went out on a lovely walk. It was a little bit windy in places, which you'll see from the video, but I did manage to video my walk, so I'm going to share that with you now. It's one of those videos that I took and I thought I can't wait to edit this video because it's just going to take me back on that walk. It was so nice. The sky was so blue, the sun was out, the fields were looking all green and stuff, but it was freezing, don't get me wrong, but I just loved it. Really enjoyed that walk, so I do always try and take the chance to get out when I can. So here, have a look at the walk. what made that walk even more special was that it started off just outside my childhood home where I grew up. So it was it's always a bit strange to see your old house, isn't it? Someone else living in it, someone's made changes, but all the memories are still there. So it was really nice to see that. I lived there for about 30 odd years. Well, my parents were there till I was in my 30s anyway, and then they moved a few years ago. So a lot of memories there. So yeah, back to today. I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking. I have got the prettiest springtime mug in the world. Isn't she a beaut? I love this. I keep looking at this across the kitchen, whether it's on the mug tree or the drying rack or sitting and waiting to get washed up, and it makes me so happy. It just says springtime. I love it. I got it in B&M. It was £3. They also had purple and they had green, and I'm thinking, would the green look really nice at Christmas time? Thinking that would be nice. There seems to be a lot of nice mugs in the shops at the moment, which is annoying because I don't need any more mugs. The past few years I've seen mugs and not been interested in them, but for some reason now they're all pretty, and I like a pretty mug, as you know. So I've had to resist lots of others as well, which is not nice, not fun. But this one called me and I just kept thinking about it, and then I went back and got it another day. It cost £3, and I think to myself, I could have gone to Costa and bought a coffee for like, what do they cost? Maybe nearer £4, and that would give me joy for like half an hour. I've spent £3 and this is going to bring me lots of coffee and tea and hot chocolate joy forever. So there's my justification. So I think that's worthwhile. So don't let anybody tell you you don't need more mugs. Better than going wasting your money on a coffee that only lasts you half an hour. So there you go. But I'm loving using it, and to the point where I'll use it and wash it just so I can use it again for my next cup of tea or coffee. I've had tea in it and coffee in it. Normally my mugs are like one or the other, but I love this one so much I just can't stop using it. I know that there's loads of you out there who will be nodding along and agree with me and have your own little mug things just like me, so I love my little mug. I am drinking a mocha. I've really been enjoying hot chocolates the past week or so because I forget to have hot chocolate, but I've been having this one. I think I got it in a Christmassy gift set, but it wasn't Christmas there, it was the Christmas before, so it was in the back of the cupboard and I remembered it was there. It's actually a really, really nice hot chocolate. You mix this one with milk. So I've been enjoying that, and then I thought I'm going to add a couple of spoonfuls into a nice milky coffee, and it's turned out really nice, a nice chocolatey coffee, a mocha. So I'm having that to drink, and to eat I've got, well, I'm not going to show you because I've got the remains of a flapjack. I got this book for Christmas, rested my little tray on it there, the new Deliciously Ella book, Healthy Made Simple. I follow her on Instagram. She's always sharing reels and videos of food that she's cooking, and it always looks really good. So I asked for the book for Christmas. So this is what I made. The carrot, I'm going to try and not burn my book on the candle. The carrot cake flapjacks. And they taste delicious. There is grated carrot in them and raisin and mixed spice. So they've got all the flavours there. And as I was making it up, I thought that would make a really delicious granola as well. So something to remember there. There's orange zest in it too. So they are super tasty. And because it's a Deliciously Ella book, it's the recipes are all refined sugar free and vegan and just healthy in general, really. I made another recipe yesterday for my dinner based on something she shared a few times on Instagram, and it was these creamy leek spinach and butter bean bowls, and it's basically like looks like a soup, but I think she's intended it more to be like a stew. But my vision was if I make that and get it all thick and lovely and creamy and then add pasta to it, it would be amazing, and that's what I did. It was so good. I've been really trying to get in more plants into my diet lately, and this book's given me that bit of inspiration and adding in. I'm not afraid to tweak a recipe, as you'll know if you've watched me before. So yeah, I've just been adding in lots of extra plants here and there, and plants can be anything, not just fruit and veg, but herbs, spices, tea and coffee, seeds, nuts. So it's just adding in, like, what could I add to this meal? Could I add something sprinkled on the top, or could I throw in some extra veggies? So it's a good way of just using what you've got in the fridge as well. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get my cooking mojo back a little bit, which I must say is coming back, and I'm really enjoying cooking again and just creating delicious food. As you know, I'm all about food and serving it up in pretty crockery. It's the little things that make me happy. I have been working away on my scarf a lot. I should have put a stitch marker in where I was before, but I didn't. And I can't remember how long it was before. I think it was probably long enough to join it into a cowl. I think I remember showing that. So I think that I have maybe doubled what I've done. I don't know, I'd have to look back at some photos. Oh my god, does it look so good? Love it, so happy with that. Some of the colours, I think to begin with, I picked out more me colours, like the pinks and the purples and the peaches and the really pale ones mainly, but I'm trying to use up more yarn, so I've been introducing some other brighter colours. I'm not loving this blue, but I'm not ripping it back. I'm going to continue knitting and hope that it ends up kind of lost in all the colours, which I think will happen. Why is it when you get a colour you don't like, when you're knitting two strands together, the colour you don't like becomes the dominant colour? Because there's lilac behind it, but that's not coming through at all when you see the blue. You can barely see the lilac in it. It's annoying. Anyway, I'm trying to counteract that now by purposely choosing some really pretty colours to come after it. So I've purposely chosen a nice pink, and I'm teaming it with a peach. I don't actually have much of the peachy left. I'm nearly finished that. I don't know if you'll be able to... I don't think the light is going to show you very well. You know, that's not too bad. So that is how they are looking together. The top few rows, I just did those last night. So yeah, if I add in some really pretty colours that make me happy after the not so pretty colours, then yeah, I'm okay with that. So I'm just keeping on going. Yeah, loving it, getting cozy. And yeah, there's not much more I can say about it. I've already talked about how I'm making it and how I'm constructing it in the past couple of videos. I might do a standalone video on how I'm making it and how I made it, how I cast on and stuff, because I've had a lot of questions. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, a video on me showing how to do it. The cast on edge is completely sealed as well, it's not an open edge. The top edge is open, but when I finish finally, when I cast off finally, I think I'll have to do a Kitchener stitch and it will end up looking like that, sealed. I think I've dropped one of my stitch markers inside the scarf, though. I'm going to have to find that and fish it out, which is not as easy as it sounds, because dotted all the way up my scarf I have, well, I can show you perhaps, I've knitted the front to the back so that it stays flat. So if my stitch marker's in there, it may have got caught around one of those posts. I'm using some little stitch markers I got for Christmas. These are just the loopy ones, just so that I can slide them on and off my needles. I'm using a size 5 needle, so I needed a big stitch marker. These are by the Knitting Barber. I got these for a gift for Christmas, but they've just been really handy. And what I like about them is once I get to, I've got one at the end of each, one at the start of row, one at the end. So when I get to the end and I'm here and it falls off, it just fits on my pinky. So I haven't been losing them too often, apart from obviously when I dropped it inside. So it's been really handy to have bigger stitch markers like that. But yeah, not much more to say about it. I'm loving it. I will warn you, if you make one, it is a very big distraction and you won't get on with much else that you're supposed to be doing, because you'll just keep being drawn back to that. So yeah, it comes with a warning. Like the right day ever comes, now it's Friday and nothing's changed. Mistakes that everyone is making, but I can't change. I'm stuck in reverse like an old Benz. Forgot to tap it up. Now I long for another day where things fall into place.
looking at you. I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second.
I have been very busy lately actually. This week I've got out all the February Love boxes. Well, I say all, at the current moment I've got one left, and it's got a project bag in it made by me, and it's got a lovely hand-dyed yarn in it, but you've got a full skein. It's a 100-gram skein of DK yarn dyed to match the project bag, and it is stunning, it's gorgeous. And there's another item in there made by me as well, something a bit new to me that I've tried, which I really enjoyed doing, and I was really pleased with the results. So if you'd like that box, run to the shop and get it, because once it's gone, they're gone, there's no more yarn. I have got more fabric, but yeah, the boxes themselves, there won't be any more. There you go, doesn't that look nice all rolled up? So yeah, I've been working on getting the boxes out this week, which is always a massive job and a massive weight off my shoulders once they're out. In between that, I've been trying to prepare fabrics to make some more baskets. I have got more on their way very soon. They're currently cut up on my desk, ready to be sewn. So Monday morning's job will be to begin sewing those baskets, I think. I've also got a few other bits and pieces going in my shop at the moment. I've finished making some of the small notions pouches, which are in my shop now. And there are a few other bits and pieces going in my shop, which I've said in the footage they're in the shop now, but they're not yet. I'm going to do it now, like after I film this. So by the time you see the video, they will be in the shop now. But for me now, they're not in the shop yet. Makes sense, right? So yeah, I've got a few little jobs to do before I get the video out. And it's a Saturday, and yeah, I'm just getting on with a bit of work. I don't tend to work weekends, but then I think, like, I don't sit down at the sewing machine at weekends, but then I'm making a vlog, I film content, and I edit vlogs and edit photos and upload stuff to my shop at weekends. So I kind of do work weekends, but I am very, very, very lucky, very privileged, I know that, and that I can pick and choose my working hours throughout the week, and that's how I manage to fit in things like going to the gym and going to Falkland Palace to do my volunteering through the week. I think I just subconsciously pick up the slack at the weekend and don't always notice, because it's just fun to film videos and stuff, so it doesn't seem like I'm working yet. I do, so yeah. I just realised that this weekend. I'm just voicing my thoughts. What else have I got to tell you? Yeah, loads of stuff coming to the shop. I can't wait to start making more project bags again. I've just not had the time. I did a few at the beginning of January. They've all sold out. But I'd really like to get making some more, because it's such a nice time of year to pick out all the beautiful floral fabrics and just dream of what's to come in the garden. One more thing that I'm going to update you on is what I am reading, or rather listening to. I've never been into audiobooks because I don't pay attention. My mind wanders when I'm listening to something, and then I find that I've not listened to the past couple of minutes. So I've always struggled with audiobooks. I can listen to podcasts, like people chatting, no problem, but put on a book and I don't focus. So I've kind of they've not been on my radar. But when I do a lot of sewing and like making the bags for the boxes, when I've got a whole stack of bags to sit and prepare, I can listen to stuff. So normally I put vlogs on, but I've had some issues with my iPad. It's ancient, so it's not working very well. So I thought I'll look at, I've got a Spotify account, so I'll look at, they're offering audiobooks, I'll have a look and see what's there. Knowing fine well that I struggle with audiobooks. So I thought, what will I even look up? And I thought, I've heard this mentioned loads of times, I'm going to go and see what all the fuss is about. So I started listening to A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's, I don't know what you'd call the genre, probably fantasy. I cannot believe how hooked I am and how quickly I got hooked. It's because I'm starting at book 1 of, I don't know how many there are, 5 or something, 6, I don't know. And it's set like in another realm, I don't know if that's the right word, a fantasy land. There's a lot to learn because the story's telling you how they live and what works and magic and whatever. So there's a lot to learn. So there's a lot in the book in that sense. And I thought, this is really slow. I don't know what the point of the book is yet. And then, bam, all the action is happening now. Wow. It's, yeah, not something I thought I would ever really enjoy. It can be a little bit gruesome in places. It's kind of hard to listen to in some places. I think there's a little bit of... I've seen Laura Penrose talking about her fantasy smut books. I think this might come under that, I don't know. It's no worse than any of the other books that I read. Like, there's nothing more in it than what is in those other books. Not that I've reached yet anyway. Maybe people watching this are probably like, just you wait. So I don't know how much that's going to change, but let's just call it romance. There's a little bit of romance, shall we say. But yeah, it's very, very gruesome actually. I'm not really into a lot of violence and stuff like that, but it's gripping. It's so gripping. I am loving it. To the point where I'm like, I can't wait to sit and listen to it again. But I'm kind of picking and choosing when I listen because I don't want to listen to it like before I go to sleep, because obviously some of it is a little bit disturbing. And I don't want to listen to it when I'm eating because some of it is quite descriptive in some of the disturbing bits. But yeah, I'm making it sound really weird probably, but I am enjoying it so much. I think it's pure escapism because you're in this land where it's not real life, it's not the real world. It's fascinating stuff, and the author must have some imagination. But it's definitely compelling and making me want to listen, see what happens. And the fact that there's so many other books still to come is pretty good, pretty exciting. They'll keep me going for a while. But yeah, it's been nice to... I'm not used to talking so much. I'm a very quiet person and I don't really speak a lot apart from when I'm doing a vlog and then I speak non-stop. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making the time to be able to listen to more books, which is good. Yeah, I think I'm all caught up for now anyway. I'm going to go and reheat my coffee because it's cold. I always have to reheat drinks. And yeah, resist the urge to pick up my knitting because I've got photos to edit and things to upload to my shop and a vlog to edit. So wherever you are, I hope you are having a cosy winter. I hope you're seeing signs of life in the garden. I'm seeing snowdrops now and the hellebores are coming out. The daffodils are poking through too. Looking forward to them being in flower so that I can cut some and bring them indoors. I love nothing more than cutting flowers to have in the house for my garden. So nice. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.
While I waited for the sun to shine, I was crying on my own. It was all a waste of time, all along. Yeah, I waited through the summertime for the sun to come around, come around, come around.
I'm just working through taking some photos for my Etsy shop of new stock I've got. So as well as the little pouches that I've just got round to finished making, I've got a few new little bits and pieces. So I'm just going to show you what I've got. So let's start with these. As you can see, I've lined them all up to see how many that I had. These are needle end stoppers. I got some of these for Christmas and I actually hadn't realised just how useful they are. These are sort of rubbery and they really do have a good grip. Like, I'm pushing on that quite hard and they're not coming off. I was always a little bit dubious as to how well they'd stay on the needles, but they are pretty good at gripping on the needles. So I decided to get some in from my shop, but they come in packs. So what I'm going to do is sell them in packs of 2 sets of 2. So you'll get a larger set, which I've got on a size 5 here, I think. And then you've got the smaller set. These are on probably a 2.25, but they are stretchy, so they will fit over a few different sizes. Like the bigger ones will fit a few different bigger sized needles, and the smaller ones will fit on a few different sizes as well, not just one size. Because they're rubbery, they'll stretch as well, and they'll work for metal needles, DPNs, circulars, and even straight needles as well. So it's just really handy when you've got a really big project that you don't want to fall off your needles. Hats in particular are quite useful. They're useful for hats because the one that I'm doing is kind of the exact size of my cable, so it often sits right on the edge of my needles. And if you do little socks as well, socks on little cables, that'll be handy. But yeah, it's always a bit of a worry when you stuff something back in your project bag. So you're going to get a random set of end covers. So you'll get, like I said, 2 large and 2 small. I'll mix and match the colours though, so you won't get like 2 blue big ones and 2 blue small ones. I'll mix them all up. Annoyingly, I've got one random odd number of pink ones though, but I'll maybe just keep anything odd, I'll just keep for myself. So I've got those, and I've also got some new stitch markers. I'm gonna grab them, should have had them in shot. So yeah, there's the first one, a little flump, looks good enough to munch on. But I've also got pom-poms. How cute are they? So I'm going to sell them in a set of 4, so you get one of each colour. That's not right. Yeah, there we go. You get a little set of 4, and they are so cute. They're so tiny, they're like little bunny tails. They're not real. No bunnies were harmed in the making of these pom-poms. They're completely synthetic. But so cute, and I chose such lovely muted colours for those ones. So you get the pack of 4. And lastly, I've got these little things which I saw and I thought they will be so handy. I'm not sure what for exactly, but I think they'll be handy. So we've got a little clip, and if you've got one of my larger storage pouches, they will be great for sitting inside the pocket. You could just slot it on the pocket like that way. Obviously it doesn't fit on the smaller ones, but you could slot it across the top. I'm going to just do it and then I'll show you. So these will be useful for when you need a ruler or a tape measure and you haven't got one because they're too bulky, or just sticking in a project bag, because if you're anything like me, I've got tape measures in every project bag because you always need them for something. So it just goes up to 3 inches, so it is small, or 7 and a bit centimetres. But I think that would be really useful when you're knitting socks and things, or anything that you need a measurement for. You don't always need the full length. But I just thought, even if you're travelling or going out and about, that's going to be really useful and really handy. And if you're into journaling and stuff, that'll be really useful too, because you can use it as a mini ruler or a little straight line when you're doing some writing in your journal. I just think they're going to have so many uses, and yeah, rulers are underrated and it's really cute. So yeah, hopefully you'll find a little use for those as well. I'm going to pop one in my storage pouch because I'm always reaching for a tape measure to measure stuff when I'm looking stuff up online as well, to see about sizes. So hopefully that will just come in handy for lots of little things. So they're in my shop, pouches are in my shop, these will be in my shop, and the new stitch markers will be in the shop as well by the time you see the video. So I've got a lot of editing and uploading to do. And my scarf has been a really nice little prop for the background for my product shots. I will give you a proper look at it at some other point in the video, no doubt. It's got very, very long, but yeah, I'll share more about that later on. I've just been cutting up some fat quarters for my shop. I like to have this tub full of them so that when I get orders in, they're already cut. I sell all of these fabrics. You can buy a fat quarter, or if you order 2 fat quarters, you'll get half a metre of fabric uncut. And if you buy 4 fat quarters, you'll get a full metre of fabric uncut. So I do still have whole lengths of fabric as well as the fat quarters. I've got some really pretty ones in here if you're into sewing or patchwork, EPP, quilting, all kinds of things. They're all lovely cotton fabrics. I've got a few Snoopy ones in there as well. And I remembered that I had a few new ones that I haven't got in my shop yet, so I've just cut up some fat quarters of those ones. I'm going to take some pictures. It's always handy to have this tub here when I do that, because I can pull out ones that match, so that I can take nice pictures just to show what goes together, etc. This tartan fabric is the fabric that I used in my Christmas boxes. The theme was Christmas in Scotland, so of course it was going to be a tartan bag, and I definitely wanted a bit metallic in there too. So I found this really pretty one. It's got a gold stripe or gold check through it. But I now have fabric left over, so I'm going to pop that in my shop. So if you'd like a little bit of lovely tartan, check that out. It's a cotton, so it's nice and thin. It's not your traditional sort of wool tartan. It's perfect for project bags and sewing projects, like you could do cushions or patchwork, or table mats would be pretty with that. You could use it for something Christmassy or wintry as well. So nice. And I've also got this one which has like trees on it. It's a deep green. It's a Christmassy fabric, but it could just be a wintry one rather than Christmas specific. That one, I've got this lovely one with little bits of fur and berries. Really like that one. I think that was the Christmas bag actually. So you had the tartan on the outside with the green lining for the trees, and then that was the cuff. So you just saw that sticking out at the top of the bag, if I remember rightly. I need to show some of what went into my Christmas boxes as well, don't I? I have been posting some pictures on Instagram, so yeah, showing what went into, some of the things that went into the bag, but I haven't shown everything yet. And this one as well, I'm going to pop in a few meters worth of that. I've got a whole bolt of it, but I did keep some for myself, so I've got a small amount of this one, which I think is gorgeous, with a polar bear with its jumper and its scarf and its woolly hat on. And it's such a nice colour. I love the pink and the aqua together. Or it's quite a cool blue. The colour here's a little bit, it's looking a bit paler than it actually is. It's gone quite bright outside. I think we're supposed to get a bit of snow. The sky looks very white anyway. But it's good photography light, so I'm going to crack on and get these photographed from my shop while I've still got a little bit of daylight left.